Hey there, welcome. Now that we have our walk animation set up, working in game, it's not great, and we're walking. So we pulled this straight from a recorder in the blend space to get us something very quick. So now the advantages of this are the fact that we have something to start from and to look at really, really quickly. And the fact that we have something to start from, we've got all of that baked onto our control rig right away. So there isn't anything that I need to do to say pose the hands if I like the hand poses, or um, well, that's probably it. Because I know that that is kind of a tedious thing, and I do like these hand poses. They're just nice and casual and relaxed. So that's one less thing that I've got to do. But now let's start going in there and ripping this animation apart. Um, because I'm not sure I like much of anything else that's going on here. I definitely don't like the head movement. Um, so right now we're looking at 18 frames uh, from 0 to 18. And the next thing I know, at the very least, is that we have um, our middle frame on 9, frame 9. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this pose. Actually, I think I may just want to start over. The only thing I do kind of like is this up and down. Um, let's make sure I'm on the correct layer. Okay, there is some side to side and some up and down. Let's just see what I want to take. If I need to, let's go ahead and rip this animation apart. Um, but normally what I would do if I'm like super starting from scratch, I would just have my contact poses. I'd have a pose here. Um, frame 9 is this pose. Actually, let's just go ahead and delete it, delete everything. We just have this one pose carrying through. We've got our left foot forward. We'd set a pose here, and we'd hit Alt M, and then it's going to mirror that pose. But that way we'd get our next contact position going right away. One thing I do want to do is make sure that these controls are set up the way I want to use them. So we have stretch and softness here. We stretch and set it as true. Softness, let's set this as 2. Check the arms for local, so yes, and the head for local. That's a yes also. Okay. So it's kind of a fast walk, and I'm not sure if those feet are doing what I want them to do. So I think let's go ahead and work with this. So we want our weight position here. I'll break that down. Just come down, and I'll paste this on the other side too. Now we have our up and down on our character, and then I want to go ahead and I will create our weight catching foot positions. So we've got our foot on Z. We want to get that back to 0. And we got our rotation on X and Y. We'll get those back to 0. And then I'll set a key there. Let's say the foot plants there. So we'll just copy that over. And then we'll keep it planted to about right here, and paste it there. Okay, so then all we're going to do is take this Y curve and transition it as if it's going from that contact position to the lifting off position. Now we have something to get us started. So right here, probably would want to have this pose work in a different way. But once I'm off the ground, I won't want to use the way I like to animate. I don't like to use this stuff. Um, so what I'm going to do, undo that, is set this back on the ground. Set a key here, and where's we're going to set it here. And then for rotation, we're going to use that. There we are. That way we keep our Y position here. And then we're going to rotate this ball foot up, and we're going to move our Y position a little further out. We're going to have this ball foot change, say, let's say from frame 4. So let's just zero that out. So we're going to get some foot sliding and all that. And that's fine. That happens. I want to bring this foot out a little further and rotate it. And then paste that on the other side. That might be a little too much. And we just want to see where we need to go with this character. So once this foot's off the ground too, I want to reset this to 0 and have that toe kind of drag a bit. That toe's here, using my mouse to point at it. Doesn't need to be perfect. Then we're going to get our passing position. And the foot is passing the other foot. There we go. And next thing I want to do is Y and just clean this up a little bit. And then go on X. Make sure that the foot isn't wobbling around on X or anything. So once it's planted, it stays in that X position. I think what I want to do is get it closer to the origin here. So it plants. So right now it's kind of coming from further out. So watching my mouse, it's coming from out here and then it's moving over here. So it would be swinging like this from lift-off position to planted position if we wanted to do that. But I think usually what I like to do is kind of keep them more or less in the same plane. So you have a little bit of that. I think this walk is too fast. That's fine. We can adjust the timing later. The next thing I want to do, actually, let's go ahead and adjust the time. This is wrong too. If we're moving it, thinking about the root position now, we're moving at 1825 per second. Then this frame is the right distance, but it's not on the right frame. So a second at 24. That's the right speed for the walk. Okay, so now our root is for every 1 second, we're moving 182.5 units. And if we wanted to, say if we had a walk animation that is longer than 1 second, you can right click on the curve, say post affinity, and cycle with offset. And that keeps that going forever and forever and infinity. So you don't have to do that. And then you can also right click and say pre-infinity, so everything before the first frame, and then cycle with offset. So there you go. So she'll just keep moving at that speed forever. But let's just have it do nothing, constant. This is what that was. There we are. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go back to our base layer. I do want to change the timing a little bit. So let's make it, oh boy, probably should have deleted all this stuff. Let's come here, get our hero girl, and let's deselect that one. These are the ones I put keys on. This one, I think that's good. Everything else can get deleted. Okay, good. So just quickly speaking, we can come back here, select our hero girl. We just want our base layer. There's still a lot of keys there. Guess I didn't do it right. Can I right click here? Right click here? No? Okie dokie. Let me see. How do I want to handle this? Let's take this, put it on a new layer. No, I'll just do it the hard way. There's not a lot, so I think I'm good to take all this, whoops, this one, this one, this one, and move this over here. Then I'll come to my base layer, delete everything else here. That should still get us walking. When we come back over here, move this back. There we are. Now we're clean. Let's see here. What I want to do is stretch this out to different frames here. So I want to make it, let's see, right here, 1 second. Let's go in and stretch that out, our timeline out. And then let's take this animation, go to transform, just this layer, select all these keys, right bound, let's say 24. There we are. That stretches that out. And now we're done with the transform. Now we have our walk at 1 second. Okay, great. So I think I liked the cadence before. Maybe a little faster than that. Seems to let's split the difference. I think we're on 18, we're at 20. Let's say frame 20. Let's do that again. Base layer. Grab all these. Control T is the hotkey, so let's use that. Control T. We want to say right bound is at 20. And bring this back. I like that better. Okay. we have our walk going down, our catch frame up and down. So I think we might try with like a traditional walk. There we are. So I'll go up here and overshoot our highest frame, and then we'll let's go ahead and just copy that over, and we'll do a little bit of that. And we'll get that pasted over. It's a little bit more stompy. I like to try out stuff just on the cog first, just to see how I like it. So we're gonna take this one and just start mirroring these keys over, and here, and then we'll take this one and mirror, mirror, and mirror. That should be enough. I don't remember the hotkey to select the other mirrored controls. I have this one. Is it Control N? Ah, yeah, Control N. I can take this, copy, paste, and we know we're at 20 frames per cycle. So we want to just move that backwards 10 frames. Left bound, right bound. Go back to selection mode. I'm going to say minus equals 10. That's interesting. I wonder why that's not coming out that way. We have multiple values here and here. I have all these keys selected. I know I can just move it, but that's weird. Move relative time offset. What does that do? Oh, that would be good for like cloth stuff, I guess. Or offsetting arms if you've animated them all together, like in a walk. I guess that's something that we could try here. Anyway, let's just go ahead and move this back. So this is frame 10 there. So we move that here. There we go. Now we're moving and grooving. So let's see here. Might be coming down too far. And going up too far, but maybe not on the up too far. Just move this up. Pushing that a little bit. Not pushing it, but like favoring that down position. I think from here, I like to say, let's check this in game. Ooh, I need the animation name. I'm gonna export. Let's just call for the animation name. All right, baking, anims, locomotion unarmed. And we're gonna save that. We're gonna play, set it into walking mode. She's very serious. So definitely want to get some of that lightheartedness back. But now we have something going and we are really starting to animate. That feels really good. It's good to check stuff in game and see where you're at and see how you like it. Okay, now that we have the first steps for this walk animation working, that'll be a good place to stop and pick it up from there next time. All right, happy animating out there.